YouTube, what is up? It's Tyler from Team Exceed. I'm the one that was like eating the banana and whatnot, you know, the cool one. Anyways, I'm gonna do a deck profile today. We're gonna try to do deck profiles every Monday and Thursday. So I figured why not just throw one out here right now. I'm actually gonna do mine over the Brotherhood of the Firefist deck. I've been running it for the past couple of like weeks slash months, and it works. I love the deck personally, and yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into it and whatnot, and I hope you guys like it. Get my side next deck out of the way there. Okay, so to start off, I'm just gonna move this, and then, alright, move my pack. I'm gonna start off with the monsters, of course, you know, normal thing, and just explain it. First off, I do play one Effect Veiler. I love Effect Veiler as a card in general. It's an amazing card, and I usually don't play a deck without it unless it's like Dark World or something. But the reasoning for the Effect Veiler is because a lot of people do not see it coming, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's playing Fire Fist, okay, so they can do all this stuff." Like, especially against the mirror match, not my friend, my opponent did not think I had the Effect Veiler, and he went to of course, he tried to do more stuff, and he was like, "Oh, well, I went rabbit," and then like he just immediately threw the rabbit. I was like, "Wait, bro, I have Veiler." He's like, "Oh, nice joke," and I was like, "No, I actually have Veiler," and Veiler just rabbit and won that game, but still. I just love Veiler as a card in general, and it's still good in the stack. Next up, we play the one Brotherhood of the Firefist Gorilla. Gorilla is a really good card. He's a 1-of right now, and he'll probably stay as a 1-of. I had him as a 3-of, it was too much. 2-of, I didn't really like it. And then 1-of, he just seems to be perfect, I don't know why. His effect is, when he destroys an opponent's monster by battle, I can set one fire formation spell for my deck, and then he's also a MST with attack points, so that's always good. Just send one of your fire formation speller traps on the field to target a speller trap card on the field and destroy it. That's always great. Oh, dang, that decree. Bam. Anyways, next up we're on to the 2-ofs. We have the 2 Torget from the Underworld. She's one of my all-time favorite cards. She's freaking beautiful, of course. But mostly because the things you can do with this deck is even better. You do play Rabbit, the Rabbit engine, so if he ever somehow does get removed just for like cost or something, you can just bring him back with a Leviair. Bam, you got your vanillas, and you're probably gonna win. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and skip to the next thing. We have the 2 Reborn Tengu. I do play Tengu, of course, because he's amazing. And Tengu's just a really good play in this deck no matter what. Just being able to like remove one and get him right back. It's just, I love it, and I love the card. And I'm just gonna move on now. We play the 2 Rescue Rabbit, which I'm not going to explain because you guys all know what Rescue Rabbit does by now. And moving on. On to the 3-ofs and the Rescue Rabbit targets, we have the 3 Gene Warp Werewolf. That is the only targets for Rabbit. I had it at 6 with the Dinkins because I played Chidori, and then I took the Chidori out, even though I do have the possibility to go into it with the Tengus. But anyways, these are my favorite vanillas overall. It's such a beautiful vanilla, and this is why I just lost my vanilla. Awesome. But anyways, that is why it's just like one of the prettiest vanillas out there. It's a really amazing card, and I love the card to death. And it's just stronger than Voice Raider and Ninkin, and I like it. And then next up, your final 3 monsters and the MVP of the deck, Brotherhood of the Firefist Bear. Bear's really good. His effect is, once per turn when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can set 1 fire formation spell card from your deck. That's really good. Just pop, yeah. And then he's just like a pop. He's a Raikou, kind of, except no mill, and then all you have to do is send, so I guess he's like a Raikou. That's the only little thing I can come up with there. So, anyways, he's an amazing card. 1600 attack, 1200 defense. I mean, the 1200 defense is kind of mediocre, but oh well. How often do you have this guy in defense? But anyways, that's the monsters right there. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the spells. For the spells, we play the staple Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, and apparently some guy found this surprising Heavy Storm. You play Heavy Storm, of course. I mean, you have back row, but you can always get rid of it. I mean, if they have more back row than you, and you're like, oh, I can totally push for a game right now. Yeah, so. And then next up for the 2-ofs, we have the 2 Mystical Space Typhoon. Technically you have 3 because you play the 1 Gorilla, and yeah. So 2 MST, and I'm not going to explain them. Next up we have the 2 Forbidden Lance. You can manipulate their effects for 1, just Oh, I'm just gonna put your guy down by 800, Bear. Put your guy down by 800, Gorilla. But yeah, and then Forbidden Lance is just a staple now in general for almost every deck. Next up, we play the 2 Fire Formation Tensu, which is pretty much your double summon of the deck for every turn, and it gives them 100 attack for like Beast Warriors, of course. I love the card in general. I had it at 1, but I brought it back to 2, and I've loved it at 2 since then. So yeah, and then finally for the 3 ofs and your final 3 spells, the 3 Fire Formation Tinky. Tinky is your reinforcement of the army for this deck, except, of course, it stays, but it can be negated with MST, which kind of sucks. MST negates! Yes! Yeah, Tinky's great, and gives them 100 attack, and then, of course, once again, you can use their effects. Onto the traps. My friend got me playing this card. It is Torrential. Jesus Christ, that thing is beat. I gotta get a new Torrential. Anyways, 1 Torrential Tribute. Torrential Tribute's a really good card. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna move on. Next up, we have the 1 Starlight Road, which I've actually Torrential just to get my own Starlight, because I could push her game with the Stardust, so I was like, yes! And so, yeah, Starlight Road to negate the Heavy Storms, the Dark Holes, anything that's gonna destroy your crap, so... Yeah, on to the... On to the next one, we have the 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device. That's what I was trying to say. One of my sleeves is freaking rounded. Sorry. Anyways, Compulsory Evacuation Device. I love this card. Oh, you're gonna bottomless my bear. I'm gonna put it back in my hand and summon it again with Tensu. Sound good, bro? Sounds good. You just wasted that. Or Tengu. I actually had a guy compulse my Tengu. Like, I hadn't normal summoned. I just went straight to battle phase, and I was like, attack with Tengu. And he was like, compulse, and I was like, that was really stupid. And just put the other Tengu out and was like, attack? And he was like, oh. And I was like, yeah, you're... Wow. And then proceeded to go to main phase 2, normal summon my other Tengu, and exceed. But on to the next thing, we have the 1 Mirror Force. Mirror Force is just a great card. Especially with all these, like, the massive amounts of field presence people have. You're just like, Mirror Force, all of it's gone, my turn, win. And yeah. Next up, we have the new Solemn Brigade, which is 1 Warning and 1 Judgment. So, yay. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention we have the 1 Solemn Wishes. Just kidding. And then what's the other one? Solemn Authority, I think. Yeah. Anyways, on to the next one. We have a surprising 1 Tensen. A lot of people ask me why I run this, because, like, a lot of people don't anymore, and I don't know why. But this thing actually won me game, because I had the next card activated, so I would just go ahead and move on to it. This one, I want to explain this first. This one virtually gives you 1,000 attack for the turn, unless you're like MST and Chain, then he gets to 700 until the end phase. I mean, that's always good, 700 extra attack. But anyways, yeah, it's just a really good boost. So next up we have the 1 Fire Formation Tenkin, which is pretty much a Lance for main phase 1. It makes your opponent have to, like, use more resources to get rid of your guys, like Dark Hole, Tenkin. Well, that sucks. Yeah, that probably sucks. And I don't know, I just really like it, and it makes them have to, like, skip the battle phase if they can't get over your guy. You can go to main phase 2 and have to destroy him, so it's good. But this is what won me a game against a Teledat thing, because I could not draw a monster to save my life. I get a bear, and then he was like bottomless. I was like Chain Tenkin, and he was like, okay. And then that's all I had. So I set the Tensen, and ended. He threw out a Dark Arm, and I was like, crap. And then he just went into the battle phase and attacked. I was like, you probably should have blown it up. All you had to do was blown it up, and you have game. And I was like, Tensen. And he was like, crap. And I was like, yeah, 100. He was like, yeah, you got it. For the 2 ofs, we have the 2 Fiendish Chain. This is a really good card. I love this card. I had it at 3, put it back down to 2, so I'll definitely like it at 2. So, Fiendish Chain, he negates effects, so that's always good. And then, yeah. Next up for the 2 ofs, we have the 2-Dimensional Prism. First off, the artwork is amazing. It's freaking awesome. And then I just really like Dimensional Prism too. Everybody does now. Next up, finally, we have the 2 Bottomless Trap Hole, which is virtually a staple in decks. So that is it for the main deck. I'm going to move on to the side and extra. First up, I'm just going to go ahead and do the side. For the side, I play 1, yes, repeat it, 1 Banisher of the Radiance. That is all my monsters. I had 2 in there. I might put it back at 2. I doubt it. So yeah, just the 1 right now. And then next up, we play the Doso Prohibition. Prohibition's good. Just call, can't be played. I actually had a guy come in at locals, and he was bragging about how good his heretic deck was. So I was like, oh, okay, so let's duel, man. So we dueled round 2, anyways, because he wouldn't duel me. So he finally had to duel me. I was like, winning, and I was like, I decided to call Heretic Dragon of Atum. I was like, okay. So turns after turn after turn after turn went by, and he would not do anything. And I was like, what are you doing? Finally, after I won, he showed me his hand. He had enough heretics to go off. Just go off. And I asked him why he didn't play them. He goes, well, you called Heretic a Dragon of Atum. I was like, yeah, it means you couldn't use Atum. Oh, he's like, oh, I thought it meant I couldn't use any dragons. And I was like, you're an idiot. And yeah, I was like, that was just wow. But anyways, on to the next. We have the 3-dimensional fissure. I keep wanting to say prison. It makes me so mad. Anyways, 3-dimensional fissure. I have it at 3 because it's a good card, and it's great side, especially this format, so yeah. That's it for the spells and monster. I'm going to move that to the side. Next up, we have the 1 Soul Drain. Soul Drain is actually, not actually, but is just a really good card, and I like it, so good against, Dark Worlds for 1. Sided from Mermails, I guess, yeah. And then next up, that's it. We have 2 Rivalry of Warlord. Oh my god, this card is so good. I like it. A lot of people actually don't see it coming, and I was like, it's good. And then next up we have 2 Dust Tornado, because Dust Tornado is really good. That is actually not all of my side deck. I do play 2 more monsters. I just couldn't find them right now, mostly because I'm pretty sure my friend has them. And then that is these guys, which is 2 Fossil Dyna. Yeah, these blue sleeves. 2 Fossil Dyna, and that's because it's a very special summoning format, and it's not really going to bother me because I'm not going to use it if I have special summon monsters. I'm not stupid. So yeah, and then the other 2 cards are 2 Overworked, which a lot of people ask me, why would you do Overworked when it's actually a counter against your deck? And I'm like, because you decide when you're going to use it. Okay, oh, they're going to MST it. I'm going to go ahead and let you MST it, especially if I had great field presence. But anyways, Overworked definitely, and it's really good, especially against a mirror match. They're just going to be like a spam, and I'm going to be like, Overworked, bam, 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 bam. So yeah, Overworked for sure. Now on to the extra deck, which is probably going to change. Anyways, 1 Wind-Up Zen Mains, 1 Leviair, and 1 Leviathan. One of these is probably going to get changed to a Tim Tempo. I don't know what I'm going to take out quite yet. For the 4s, we have 1 Gaga Cowboy, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Maestroke, 1 Steel Swarm Roach. He might be the one coming out, by the way. 1 Diamond Direwolf, 1 Photon Pebble Operative, 1 Black Ship of Corn, and this is the card I'm going to explain. 2 Brotherhood of the Firefist Tiger King. When he's XYZ summoned, you can set a Fire Formation Speller Trap from your deck, and then when he's actually like removed from the field, destroyed, I mean, you can send 3 of your Fire Formation Speller Traps to the graveyard and special summon 2 Fire Fist monsters with the same attack, I believe. Yes, which is either 2 bear pretty much, or 2, I mean, like a gorilla and a bear. Just pretty much anything, 2 Tengus, whatever. Go ahead and move on from that. We have the 1 number 16 Shockmaster. He's great. You can go into him a lot. 1 number 25 Utopia. Number 25, I'm so sorry. Number 39, I'm sorry, I'm tired, guys. Number 39 Utopia. He's an amazing card. Negate, 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 yeah. And finally, to get over stuff, we have 1 Gymnot Pearl, my little beat stick. I love you. Yeah, the beat stick, and that is it for the extra deck. That is it for the guy. That is it for the guys. That is it for the deck, guys. Please do tell me what you thought about this. I am completely open to suggestions, but it's probably not actually going to be listened to. I don't have room on my little binder. But yes, I'm just playing. I will listen to your suggestions at times. If I do use them, I'll give you credit when you, if you tell me, I'll give you credit. So yeah, I really hope you I cannot talk. I really hope you guys like the deck profile, and definitely leave me some feedback. Comment, like it, subscribe. Remember, we're gonna do these every Monday and Thursday, so look forward to that. I will give a hint in the description of what the next one will be, and if you can guess it, we will probably send you a pack. It just depends on who sends it, who comments first, and if you can tell me what the deck is and what the main card in it is, like the beat stick or whatever, just what the main card in it is, and we will send you a pack completely free. And that is it, guys. Remember, comment, like, and subscribe. Peace.